stuff they can go for to like punish us. Is Batrider still in? It is. But you can't pick Batrider into Nyx Coddle.
What position do you think this DP is?
I'm guessing 3, but flexibility because they're ninth pick.
I also don't love Spirit Breaker against Nyx. Nyx is kind of annoying. You start charging, if he sees your path, he gets in the way, pops his Carapace, stops your charge.
Yeah, but if he does that, then you just walk at him with Orb of Venom, and you can do a lot of damage to him. He's forced to impale you and run away. So it's not too bad. It's actually a pretty good 4v4, like position 4 versus position 4 matchup, I think, for the Spirit Breaker. Because like Nyx isn't that fast, so he shouldn't be interrupting your charges. I'd be more concerned about Keeper of the Light interrupting your charges with the with like a Force Staff or a Blinding Light, because Blinding Light should work because Force Movement breaks charge. Can't say I've seen a lot of Spirit Breaker lately, though, so I'm not positive. And they're going to go back to the AA, so this is probably going to be a 3 Snapfire, I think, now. The 5 AA and the 4 Spirit Breaker. But as you said, maybe core Spirit Breaker, maybe core AA. Who knows?
I guess the AA pick is an attempt to counter the Death Prophet, but...
Yeah. It's very good versus Death Prophet, I think.
I really like AA with a buddy, though. You know, someone that, like Wraith King as a perfect example. Drop the stun, you get a Cold Feet proc, you can actually kill stuff in the lane.
Well, if, like, let's say it's the Ember. I mean, depending on the offlane matchup, you might be able to get kills.
Yeah, I guess Ember's okay. In my head, I was thinking it's going to be a mid-Ember, but no, you're totally right.
T1 needs the hero they don't want banned. And they take the Lycan.
Hell
so
yeah.
Bit of a rush down strategy here.
Lycan DP, buddy. Let's go. Are you ready
The supports
for high ground at 18
okay.
minutes?
Yeah, the supports are like okay for this kind of a lineup. They're not great because no one really abuses Shocker that well. It's pretty much just the Death Prophet. And then the Nyx, like
okay
the best thing you can do as a Nyx assassin in this kind of a lineup is to be scouting behind the towers and try and use Vendetta for a quick pickoff. But they don't have anyone that follows up on the Vendetta really. They need some like mobile and like kill hero last. Like a Queen of Pain-esque hero or something.
What are these positions, though? Is this a 1 Lycan or a 3 Lycan?
I would assume it's 1 Lycan, and Death Prophet's either going to be mid or 3. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a 3 Death Prophet, and they're going to pick some mid hero, like Queen.
Meepo ban into
Ooh.
LC.
Okay, so mid DP, offlane, Legion.
Well,
their initiation's pretty weak. Like, I don't think the Legion wants to go Blink and like follow up on Nyx Assassin stuff. Maybe, but their burst damage isn't that great unless they're using the Vendetta every time with the the duel.
Don't forget about Hal there, bud. Synergy with the Death Prophet ult and LC. That minus 8 armor or whatever it is at level 4 might be enough to make LC's damage like decent. You know, early duels.
Yeah,
I think it's also partially for the press the attack. Really good with Death Prophet. Fine with Lycan.
I kind of like Kunkka here. In fact, I really like Kunkka. I think he'd be super tanky.
He needs some catch, that's for sure.
The only downside is he'd be another melee hero in the middle of the Ignis Fatuus, but he's just so tanky. And it's hard to find like a tanky range hero anyway.
What about like, I don't know if Puck really does it.
I just like the Tidebringer versus like all these Lycan creeps. And
could they go DK? He's got some AoE splash.
Yeah, DK's fine. DK's completely okay, I think. I don't know if they want to try and get away with the Ember mid. If they wanted to do that, then you have like a whole other option of position 1s.
Wow.
And they'll take the Troll, so a lot of flexibility in the lane setup here. Could be Troll mid, could be Ember mid. It's probably going to be the Ember for Alacrity. Yeah. I mean, he just had one really rough mid lane and managed to recover fairly well. But it still put his team in a pretty hard spot.
All right, well, we're going to pull up some odds here in just a moment.
Oh, look at that. KYXY is on the Spirit Breaker. It's going to be a 3 Spirit Breaker.
Okay. Dude, I sniped it. Look at that.
He did. I wonder why... How many nerfs has Snapfire got that's actually better? I mean, Snapfire would build auras, is the difference. If you made this a core Snapfire, that means you're going for, like, pipes and greaves. And if you make the Spirit Breaker a core, it means you're going for more fighting power and disruption during the team fights, like more of the aggressive choice of your core hero. So that kind of makes sense in the way that they think T1's going to play this game.
2.4 for Reality Rift, 1.5 for T1 from LoopBet.
Damn.
I would take that T1 bet, man. I like their draft. I think this push is scary. I think Nyx
I'm curious
sets up pretty
how
well.
they lane.
Even though I said all that stuff about position 3 Spirit Breaker, I'm not that confident with it. Because it's hard to balance charging and setting up for your team with farming yourself. And
It does make the Ice Blast really easy to hit, though.
Yeah, that's true. You do have that combo, the global presence.
Like, the mid-range Ice Blasts of, as long as you just charge right into ulti or something, is pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah. I don't know. Spirit Breaker as a 3 is just a very different feel from how a lot of other good offlaners are right now. I'm not sure what his timing is, and I'm really curious what the item build's going to be.
Yeah, you know what would have been sick, though, is if he still had that old eggs, and you gobbled him up with the Snapfire, and you spit him into people and use the AoE
Dude, that
nether bash or whatever it was
that
called.
old Ags was so classic. It's like I wanted it to be good for years.
I know.
And it's just not. I've thrown so many games buying that shit, and you're like, yeah, they weren't grouped up enough. Turns out the AoE wasn't that big.
Turns out it's not that good.
All right, let's fix our overlays here. We are good to go. Game number 2 in this best of 3 series. T1 RR. Fantastic voice line
Nice.
that is. The best part is that somebody sat down and actually had to transcribe that into text.
Yeah, it's one thing to record it, but having to figure out the wording for it is another.
Oh, ah, ha, ha, ha.
I'd like to hear that in the other languages. I want to hear like the Russian or the Korean voice pack of Death Prophet doing that.
Do they do
Or the
that?
French.
I guess for all the
Is
voice
there a
lines?
French Death Prophet? I don't think so.
I doubt it. That
I think there's certain languages that get the hero voice lines.
okay.
Like Death Prophet they would definitely have it in like Russian, I'm sure.
I mean, I just don't know. So what do you think draft-wise?
like,
Give me some predictions here, big guy.
What?
You going for RR?
What do I think? No, I'm not going for RR.
No faith.
I see Lycan. I see Death Prophet. Oh, Death Prophet's bottom. Oh, is this Legion mid? No, it's Miracle mid on the Lycan. Okay. Very hard hitter. This used to be a classic, the Lycan mid. The Fear style, where you went Helm and you just ran around and killed everyone, but now Necro's still pretty broken, so the other Lycan I watched mid the other day did the same thing.
Yeah. I think Lycan mid is fine. It's one of those kind of classic carry mid is good if you don't get dumpstered in the lane, and he should be okay here against Ember Spirit. I think Lycan's got enough regen with the Feral Impulse. He can handle it, but we'll see. Nuts and Hustler.
Yeah, they're starting 3 here to try and get this kill, but you can see they both have headdress, so they're obviously planning for one of them to rotate top with the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, nothing like being a Nyx with a headdress and a mango. That's a 7 regen at level 1.
3 headdresses between those 3 heroes, by the way. What an item.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? I don't think he got the last hit. At least he didn't get denied, though.
Correct. He did not get it. Man, what do they have to do to headdress to make that balance this item? You know, make it.
I think it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's that broken. It's just like kind of a must-have right now. Well, Nyx will get the D ward on his small camp, so he'll have to live 1 more minute without it. But for now, Frev's relatively fine. Frev definitely wishing he had the Coddle in his lane, right? This is a classic combo, having the chakra with the Legion Commander to both sustain and harass. But instead, the Coddle is committed up top to In Your Dream. Another pretty good hero, right? Chakra with the Crypt Swarm.
I mean, not only for the cooldown, but DP is a hero that you've got some mana problems on. Especially in the early levels.
They just nerfed it too,
Yeah.
right? The Spirit Siphon because of all the support DPs.
Yeah. We've definitely seen more core DPs today.
Dude, Polson's abusing the Coddle speed again. So he places this ward. It's the 2nd time now. Oh, he doesn't want to go for it. Doesn't want to eat 2 tower shots for it. Actually, it would have been 3 tower shots, so.
Still delays the clarity coming out.
Oh, they're punishing, though. They're trying to get in your dream. No bash, though.
Maybe earn first here on the Spirit Breaker. Classic item. Mid lane's been pretty rough for the Lycan, though. Alacrity 12-5 compared to the 6-4 of Miracle as this lane gets shoved out. And Alacrity's also put on a lot of harassment. I guess it does ramp up a little bit for the Lycan. He's gone for level 2 Wolves, and he can jungle very effectively in these camps. But slow start for the Wolfman.
Yeah, the Slight's, like, not that busted, I guess, versus the Wolves, right? Because of all the bonuses it gets versus heroes. But the Flame Guard's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Just running him out of there. No way you're breaking that. Oh, he started Blightstone, too, on Alacrity. That's cool.
Well, Lycan does suffer from pretty low armor. Only 2 at level 4.
Yeah, well, it's really helping versus these Wolves.
Yeah, that's true. They've got 0 armor.
And remember that they don't get the tower buff, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool. That's really smart.
Call.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Poulsen finally gets punished after running around between the Spirit Breaker and the Snapfire for so long.
Yeah.
Trying to just use his speed for survivability.
Generally, Lycan with pretty good rune control thanks to the Wolves. He might...
Poulsen TP's bottom. It's not enough,
Whoa.
though. Wow, I thought he was fine.
Okay. Well, big stuff for Drew.
Jeez, that's a huge kill, dude. 172 XP and 200 gold for that Troll Warlord at 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. He's gonna have a wand done now, and with both his Wraith Bands.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now In Your Dream going to be stuck solo up top. Not really pressuring him right now, but unable to position himself in the lane the way that he would like.
Oh, Alacrity, he gets the double bolas. Oh, it's not enough damage, though. 4 HP, and the Wolf lives to deny the Arcade Rune.
And he doesn't even get the bounty for the Wolf. But still doing this damage to the Wolves is really good. It prevents Miracle from being able to easily go farm in the jungle because he doesn't have the mana sustainability to keep summoning Wolves, even with the double Sage's Mask.
Yeah, he's caught in that awkward battle of, like, I don't want to give the completely free lane to the Ember, but I also could be getting more gold for myself right now if I just committed the Wolves to the jungle.
Right. Though I don't know if this is too bad for the Lycan. He doesn't really have to win the lane to be that scary threat and hit his timing. He just needs to do well enough.
Oh, Yokum tried to TP to beat Ember to this rune.
Yeah, good try.
Not gonna work.
So far, a good start for RR. So take a look at net worth. And all 3 cores of RR topping the charts right now. Even that Spirit Breaker doing just fine in the top lane.
Yeah, he's actually got treads done. Well. He might be curious about going earn first, I wonder. But I don't know if he's enough kill power not to like get kills without the treads, you know?
Yeah. Treads feel real good on that hero. And he's actually just going to TP home, pick up the treads, and also gets the Windlace. Very nice. And probably looking for a charge out.
Yeah, it looks like Nuts is going in with the ward, so they wanted to like place the ward, get vision on the Lycan, and then go for the kill.
Yeah.
But now they see Nuts via this ward too. Oh, he's going to get busted. Trying to go for the camp block. But charge back top onto Nyx. Shouldn't amount to anything here. Unless they want to burn all their remnants.
I don't think so.
No.
He already used the Carapace.
Jeez, that was a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, they might have been able to pop him.
Look at their high ground
Double
ward.
damage. Alacrity on his way in.
That Carapace cooldown.
Next with a nice stun onto the Spirit Breaker. Oh, almost goes down to the Remnants. Still alive, but not going to live in the end. Sets up for DP to get a kill onto Hustla. But In Your Dream, going to be light on Siphons. This double damage from Alacrity really hurts. Of course, the Blight Stone adding some extra value there. Ends up being a great trade for RR.
Yeah, and a really good time to get a kill for KYXY, too. Now he's got a full magic wand as well. And I don't know. I'm kind of surprised he's not going for the urn yet. Because, like, it's so good versus Death Prophet because you know, obviously Spirit Vessel versus here is amazing, but at the same time, there's all these other items you want to buy in the hero, and they have Dispel from the Legion Commander. So I'm curious if he fully commits for the Spirit Vessel, or if he just says, like, I want bigger items than a core, you know?
Yeah. And now DP going to take over mid as Lycan is full on jungle. And as long as
She's level 5.
In Your Dream can sustain, yeah, Nut's going to keep
Like, if they charged her right now, I would be pretty concerned.
I mean, I was kind of thinking that it's a cool approach to take a hero like Lycan against the Spirit Breaker mid, because he's a hard hero to charge. He's pretty tanky, and he spends a lot of time off the map. And normally mid is what Spirit Breaker is going to look to punish the most. However, it did just set up for that punishment up top against the DP. So,
yeah, but all these rotations from Alacrity do mean that Miracle's actually level 8.5 right now.
oh wow, you're right. And Ember's only halfway through 7, so in onto Nuts. That's going to be the ultimate for Miracle. Easy kill there. Now into Alacrity. Has a Remnant down. Charge from KYXY. Yokum looking for the stun. Miracle still has a little bit of time on his ultimate. Cookie, it'll be enough. This is a great initial timing with the Lycan where you've got this Necro Book level 1 in your ultimate. And it's hard to deal with. Now picks up the Faded Brooch.
Oh, he's dropping the aggressive Mango Tree. Don't like that.
Very bold.
I don't think that was the play. That was... yeah, not a fan.
Wilson grabs the remaining mangoes. Is like, oh, okay.
He's like, why did you do
I guess
this?
I'll hold the spot where the tree is.
I mean, they just have such easy ways to kill it.
Yeah. But working out for T1, still not with a net worth advantage, but making the most of this jungling Lycan is In Your Dream is just resume the mid lane. And it's
like, it's dead. He just killed the Mango Tree.
Yeah. I don't.
I'd be so mad right now. I was on Radiant, dude. I hate it when people waste Mango Tree.
Rev. Good use of the press, but still going to be in trouble. 3-on-1 with a charge coming. Axes connect. I don't think he lives here. No. 4 heroes bottom, though. And Pelosin, he's going to get caught in the fray. Another strike to shut him down, and Spirit Breaker just heads home. Not going to go for the urn, opting for a Blade Mail, first item instead. Thoughts on this Blade Mail? Good against LC, sort of, in theory. You can use it right.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the LC for a second. Because I was just looking at her inventory at the same time. Because she's going one as well.
Now on LC, this makes sense. You know, great on this hero.
Yeah, no, but the Spirit Breaker,
I don't love it.
It gives him some stats that are nice for Spirit Breaker. There's no doubt about that.
It's a value item.
Like, he definitely,
but
he has mana
over
issues.
Urn?
Well, I do think there's an issue with Urn this game because of the Legion. Like, I don't think you're going to get that much value of it, frankly. Because, like, they're going to be 5-man
She
so
can
often
dispel Spirit Vessel
T1.
as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking how good it is against DP, but I guess you're right.
KYXY is in the middle of 4, like, you got 2 wolves, some couriers, everyone's hunting them down.
There's the silence. Well,
Look at all these units, dude. It's just the middle
you
of
guys
the
got
zoo.
him. 4-on-1. And a
4,
5.
More like 9 when you count all these units everywhere.
Hey, that's a position 3. That's a high-value target right there. Now, Ember has queued up the Battle Fury. Very interesting. You don't see this too often anymore, do you?
No, but he's he's starting with that Blightstone, so he's committed. No, it's against the Lycan, all of Lycan summons.
Okay.
Versus the Death Prophet, also fairly low armor hero.
Is that better than the Mjolnir, though? Isn't that also pretty good against all the summons?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I'm just surprised. I don't necessarily think it's bad. I just would not have predicted that. Charge canceled here. Fattest Ignis comes down, connects on 2. Follow-up silence. There's a duel on 1. Alacrity should fall, and that'll be dual damage for the LC. Did see the ulti come out from Snapfire, and Nuts tries to TP out, and the Lycan eats him alive.
Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but it's Ignis Fatus.
What did I say?
Now that we're on another Coddle game, I feel I need to correct
Do
you.
I say Fatus Ignis?
You do, and I thought you were doing it as a joke the
No.
first time, and then you've continued to do
I
it.
actually thought it was Fatty. You're right. It's Ignis Fatus.
I'd prefer if you just called it Big Fatty at this
Big
point.
Fatty.
Will be-
Yeah, that would have been better.
I think that's what we should call it.
Okay, I'll just stick with Fatus, I guess, or Ignis.
I feel like Coddle, no one uses the right names anyway. The Chakra is the only one that gets called the right thing. Blinding Light, I feel like it's called Bounce half the time. Illuminate is Coddle
Why
Blast,
is it
and-
called Will-O-Wisp and then it summons Ignis Fatus? Why don't they just call the spill Ignis Fatus?
Well, I think it was Ignis Fatus on the original Keeper of the Light in Dota. And I think it's a Warcraft name.
Uh-oh.
I think they snuck it in the lore so that Blizzard wouldn't notice, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I see. I'm sure Blizzard's given up. They got more important fires to put out than Warcraft IP being used in Dota. If anything, it being in Dota is helping their brand right now.
Would you guys like some Overwatch heroes?
Can I tempt you with some Maylor?
We freed up some heroes from Heroes of the Storm. We were wondering if you want to port them to Dota. Please?
How the pendulum has swung. Forev, press the attack. Very effective so far this game. Definitely one of the reasons they picked this hero. Having the cleanse has given them a lot more survivability. Yoakum on a full-on ward status here. A little nervous of the sentries, as he should be.
Man, those Wild Wings make quite the sound when you gun them down like that.
Yeah.
Like, "Ugh."
Little shredder. Up top,
Bam.
they found KYXY. Ice Blast does connect, but not going to change anything. Easy pick off on the 3. This is kind of that rut that I was talking about with Spirit Breaker, where do you charge? If you're getting initiated on with Spirit Breaker, it feels bad. Mid lane.
Mid lane.
And Viz sets up for Forev to find a nice duel. 2 kills for T1.
Getting out-aggressed as the Spirit Breaker lineup does not feel good.
Yeah. But this, I mean, you feel obligated to farm when you're on the 3.
They're trying to make a play on a Yoakum, but they ditched the tier 1 tower, and they're just wrapping around behind the 2. So even if Yoakum dies, they're coming.
Oh, yeah. Nuts going to try to TP out Forev without a duel. Not going to be able to stop him. Good TP there. Lycan howls it up and can't get in time. So it does end up being a quick pick on the Nyx.
Artifact reveal. Voice line.
So, wait, are they... They're going double Battle Fury here, bud. Troll almost has it. He's got the broadsword coming out now. And Ember has bought the broadsword already.
Maybe they're trying to combine their ingredients. They're like, yo, does this work?
Dude, they're going to be cleaving like crazy.
This is like the most broadswords I've ever seen on one team. We got Blade Mail and 2 Battle Furies.
Seriously.
Broadswords are hot.
Oh, knocks him out of the Ice Blast. Does get clipped, so could still potentially shatter. And Hustler will come in to find the kill. A scatter
Can I
blast.
just say how much I love Snapfire? This hero's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like Cookie, what a great spell.
I like her. She still seems very strong to me, but I like the design. I like the model, the lore, all of it. She's the complete package.
Yeah, she's nice.
She's way cooler than
Yeah.
Void Spirit. Void Spirit just
That's
irritates me.
He's just another one of those, you know.
Yep. Cool. He's just another Smurf hero.
All those Snapfire Smurf players. He probably could have when the ulti was still busted.
True that.
Now, not so much. Charge coming through on the Yoakum. The Carapace will be over, but he's not going to risk it. There's a haste rune on In Your Dream. Not sure how long he's had it. Looks like probably not that long, judging by it being the last event that's happened. So I wouldn't mind a smoke up around this. I feel like that's a pretty good time to fight.
Definitely. Just about to hit level 12, too, so maybe trying to wait out that timing if possible. I think a good call to cancel that charge. Lycan up to Necrobook 3 now. So still a very scary timing window here. That recent Necro nerf, if I recall, was mostly based around Necro 1 and 2. Necro 3 is still pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think it still lost some strength, but not as bad.
I think it was only 2 instead of losing 4 at level 1. And he's also got that Hyperstone, so his damage output is pretty scary, but...
No, you were right about KYXY, though. He's building the eggs.
All right.
It is indeed the whole point of this.
Okay, cancels the ult, the pump fake. He's growling at him. And Lycan's going to
he
growl
wants to
back.
force
Now the
the
TP
ulti.
out. Spirit Breaker tanky.
He's going to growl back.
I mean, that is what Howl is.
You are right. I mean, there was Howlin', there was Transformations, there's a dead AA.
Nuts gets about 2-shot here by the Lycan. Does connect with the ult, but now Spirit Breaker. He's broken. He can't bash Trent. The Fattest
My God.
comes out. And Forev, he's going to be just fine. Can they find a kill on the Troll? This would be big. Taunt, no ulti.
Oh, nice ult.
Oh, he does get it off. The Battle Trance is there. And Forev actually dies. Drew's still going to end up going down. KYXY outside of the base. A little bit of time on Bulldozer left. Still has that Nether Strike.
There's no remnants on this Ember, though. Oh, they still get him. Wow, man, he went down. That was a lot of damage on that Nyx there. What just happened?
KYXY charges back, straight to his death. Alacrity needs to be a little careful. Ice Blast flying through, going to be off the mark. Alacrity taking a lot of damage. Remnants forward. Pelosin goes down.
Nyx took 229 damage from that tower. He got hit twice in the same second, and then he got hit by the Scatter Blast and the Searing Chain. That's why he died like instantly. He got squished. Can of Raid or something.
DP with the Yules. Maybe in some trouble here. Scatter Blast. It's going to be Cold Feet. Close. No, he makes it back. Okay.
Wow, I actually thought he was going to die because of the Arcane Rune.
RR did a really
does the
good
chain
job
stun.
breaking up that fight. Just preventing the death ball from occurring and pulling them in all different directions. T1 did a lot of damage, but they couldn't stick on any of the targets, and it ends up being a...
There were a couple of really close moments, like if
Yeah.
Troll didn't get off the ulti, and the Ember just showing up like a little bit late, but also not having remnant charges, but still able to like pick off the Nyx under tower. Hustler though, trying to go for a really deep ward, gets caught.
Well, he's got some teammates nearby, though. Is it going to end up costing the Troll? Throws some axes up onto the high ground. Yokum on the way. He gets pinged out. There's the break, the stun. Very nice. No follow-up damage, though, as the Spirit Breaker comes charging on in. In your dream, no exorcism.
The Goops!
Not looking good for T1 in this fight. They almost get the Troll, but he's still alive. Stick charges keep him up. Now Pelosin goes down. 3 dead for Tier 1. What looked like a blocked ward ended up turning into a team fight. They'll even find Yokum now.
I'm comeback train, dude. He fell down to 5 HP, by the way, on that Troll Warlord. That's insane. He did not have ulti up.
Yeah, that was about as close as it gets. He's gonna have his S and Y now. 2K net worth lead for RR. So it's about a 3K swing over the course of all that. 4K now.
Oh, this ward's gonna get spotted. Good stuff here by Lycan. Oh wait, the Howl. It hit the AA.
Oh, you forgot our
stop following
15
him.
minutes, bud.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm just too into this beautiful game of Dota.
All right, we're going to have some odds coming up here in a second. Map 2 winner. 3.1 for Reality Rift, 1.34 for T1. And those might swing here momentarily. Look at these
Yeah, that's gonna be
graphs.
swinging. That's for sure. Those are 5-minute delayed odds when they were winning.
Whew. Get out there, gang.
Oh, the Blink Dagger gold is here now for Forev, and he will purchase it now after going double Bracer.
Oh, wow. His farm's really fallen off. The Snapfire's nipping at his heels. I thought he had the Blade Mail when you said that. No.
No.
And now Pelosin, he's going to get caught.
Yeah, they're gonna know that ward's there. No, he actually already placed the sentry too, so they just need some vision up there. Can just put the courier up there, Nyx can kill it, but they're trying to defend the ward here as he should, and that courier, careful.
So this is definitely where the position 3 Spirit Breaker starts to swing back the other way. you can just be so aggressive and kind of plan around those D boards, right? You know that these supports are going to want to come out, and Spirit Breaker's the perfect hero to punish that.
Where is KYXY going? Is he going all the way top? He
Just gonna
is.
push it out, yeah.
Still a chunk of tower here, though. They definitely want to fight, and they're going to smoke up for
This is scary. Spirit Breaker now committed top. He doesn't have the Ags yet, so Charge still on cooldown.
That's a good grab, though.
Get the duel onto Nuts, and maybe looking for more. Hustler finds his spot in the trees. I think he'll make it out.
Hustler?
Oh, they found him.
I think you're dead.
Yeah. Stuck in the trees on the high ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so ends up being 2. Yeah, that was a good timing for Tier 1. I guess RR got a little cocky thinking that they weren't going to commit to that. That was a true 4v5 without the Spirit Breaker.
Just forever with the instant blink duel onto the AA. Just put them in an awkward spot because they really want the AA if they're ever going to fight the Death Prophet. And so they know that if the AA dies like that, the fight's kind of over. It's like they just ghost the Roche pit there with the AA ulti. Trying to see if they're going to start it up there with the DP ult. Should be a top priority right now for T1. And that courier, I think, is going to die. They know that courier is there 100%.
They're trying. Oh,
Yep.
another courier. A courier on courier battle. See you later.
Everyone tries that with the courier now.
Yeah, it's a free ward, dude. You got 5 of them. Look at this Lycan build. A Purist. Necro Book, Assault Cuirass, and maybe the
value
beginnings
belt.
of a Basher.
Yep.
Lycan's got big britches. He's got to hold him up somehow.
I don't know.
Abyssal
Who's
does...
going to take this one? Okay. Drew is pretty scary right now, dog.
Let's take a look.
He's got Reaver with his S and Y. He's going to have Satanic. Like, he's got the full status resistance build
Ooh.
of the good life.
Yeah, this is what Troll Battle Fury is supposed to look like. You just push out lanes, you get all this farm, and you go unkillable with status resistance. Brev gonna get caught. Ice Blast will fly through, and they won't be able to get there in time. Nice pick for RR.
Oh, buyback. They want to fight this.
They sure do.
Miracle.
Nyx comes in, stun onto KYXY. Duel.
They need more than this, though. They don't just want the Spirit Breaker.
Still, the dual damage is something. Remnant. Nyx.
Oh, it's slow.
Oh, they've got the Ignis Fatus. Cookie helps out Alacrity as Hustle is on the run. Still trying to finish off this Ember Spirit, but the ult is just too much damage. They get 2, and now Drew laying the damage into the Death Prophet. DP's down. Definitely not the fight T1 wanted. And now Ferev's going to be on the run. And this is going to be a dieback now for the LC.
The cookies, man. The cookies have been like the game changer in so many of these team fights.
Where was the Lycan? He was there.
He was in the back line running around with his ulti. He was there.
Yeah. They just didn't have any damage output.
Well, you have this super slippery Ember who they were like focusing on after the Spirit Breaker. And then the problem is that they don't really have good stuns. Like that was something we brought up about their support duo. And then when they finally throw down the Ignis Fatus, then he just gets cookied back. That's why Lycan's trying to finish out this Basher.
The Basher will make a big difference, but
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's one of these games where they needed a clumsy net.
yeah, that's for sure. And now Classic Spirit Breaker staying aggressive on these supports. Does get blinded. Still finds the kill. In your dreams here. Exorcism popped. Lining up the Spirit Siphons. Wants the Spirit Breaker first, but he's tanky. It's not a kill they'll be able to get. Lycan on the low ground does finish off Nuts. But In Your Dream goes down despite the ulti being on. Now Nyx left behind and things quickly falling apart for Tier 1. 26 minutes in, RR. This is their game.
what really turned this one around? I feel like things were looking really well. I guess the fact that they didn't get a lot of the pressure down early with the exorcisms, they kind of like took tier 1s in the top and mid, and that was it.
It seems like Miracle's going to die here. This really hurts, but he's been stuck in this one more item mentality. He does pick up the Mithril Hammer before dying, but they sort of missed their window, and they weren't really able to hit it at Necrobook 1. They took an
Didn't get the Roche.
an okay fight, but whatever. Didn't really hit it at Necrobook 3. He spent all this time farming the Assault Cuirass and doesn't really feel like it's changed the impact of these fights at all. The issue has been sticking on targets, and you almost wonder if Basher before AC would have made some sense.
I gotta say, I'm excited to watch this Aghanims, though. It's done for KYXY.
I think it's going to be pretty devastating. He's already been messing up the back line very well.
And we already know that they have a lack of stuns. So they're going to have to, like, Yules him and try and silence him to control him, but it's a Spirit Breaker, so Sass Resistance, you don't really want to be wasting silence on him.
Yeah. I think not having a Dispel against the Spirit Breaker is pretty rough, too. You can Dispel Bulldozer.
Well, they have one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got you. Yes, the Dispel onto him. Not the team Dispel.
Correct. Like, Oracle really cripples him. He charges in, you hit him with a Fortune's End, you lose your Bulldoze, and you just die.
Yeah.
Enchantress also very annoying.
Yeah, that spell's crazy. It's 50% uptime.
Yeah. That's why it's so good, because people don't realize, oh yeah, you can just dispel it. That's the counter. Yeah. Here we go. Team fight. Thaddeus comes out, but as does the AA Blast. Duel onto the Troll. That'll be the Aegis in exchange for Yoakum. Lycan's here.
Exorcism in 1 second.
Big damage onto KYXY, and he's down. The Lycan might have arrived. The Wolf is in town. Still no Basher, but enough damage to eat through that Spirit Breaker.
You know what? I like that In Your Dream didn't pop the Exorcism right there. Even though like the fight was still ongoing, he knows that they're just going to back away because they're out of stuns now once the duel happens. So they just have to try and chakra and push out using the overwhelming odds, I think.
Without the Aegis, maybe a possibility. Remember, Troll has a Basher himself and Battle Trance available with that Satanic. Keep the tower alive. Yoakum up in about 5 seconds now. And it's a hold for tier 1.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Miracle begins to jungle and push.
Wow. Dota Plus does not believe. 98% right now.
What?
90.
Oh my god, that's spiked.
Percent.
I mean, that's pretty fair, I guess. It is a 15k lead, but I'm surprised. Usually it's not that one-sided. It's probably the double Battle Fury has something to do with it. Where it's just like, yeah, they're in a very good spot right now, you know?
Yeah. And the LC is like, feels like he's won a decent amount of duels, but 58 damage is, nothing you're too excited about. Yoakum gonna get caught, charge from downtown, plenty of damage. Yule Scepter buys him a couple seconds. Nice Carapace.
Taking time.
No support. Now 5.6 for T1.
Yeah, I'm not the best high ground team either, so they can kind of just keep poking away at these tier 3s and racks.
Yeah, you're definitely right about the DP ult now. This feels like such a scary spell to use when you're on high ground. If you're pushing aggressively, it's great, but the second you pop it, they're just going to run. And then they come back.
You do not have a way to stop
them. You have no chance.
They have to hit some like crazy Will-O-Wisp that doesn't get killed by Troll and Snapfire.
Lycan just ulted. So that's on cooldown for 50 seconds now. He does have the Basher, but I guess he used it in lane. Lincoln's comes out on the Troll. Charge. Quick Yules, very nice. Maybe the setup on the Spirit Breaker now. Keeper of the Light ult comes down. Getting off a lot of ticks here. DP ult committed. Will RR be able to back out? Ember Spirit looking for the back line. Does get the kill on Coddle. And exactly as we mentioned, DP unable to chase.
Yeah, the second the Exorcism popped, you saw Hustler go for the little Shredder, and then just took down the Ignis.
Still got off at least 3 flashes, though. I mean, that's all things considered.
Don't worry, Forev has the blade mail. Time to turn their net worth against them. Unfortunately, he is satanic.
Yeah. Well, that status resistance certainly makes for rough duel targets. Here comes Forev. Easy duel on the Spirit Breaker. They're trying to heal him up. It'll be close. Victory does go to Forev. 1 for 1, though. They don't save the LC. Lycan ult has been used.
Oh, yo. Is Yokum going to go for this? Oh, the sentry's down. Run. They saw him.
Just in time, though. The slow siege commences. RR taking their time. They'll get their first barracks, the melee up top.
Oh, it makes a little rainbow at the end. That's nice. In Your Dream has found something positive here in
What a nice taunt.
the slow death spiral of a game.
Where did this rank on the Sunspan list? I feel like
You know, I was just thinking about that list earlier because we had a Leshrac game. I'll check.
no, I was not familiar with that DP taunt, and I would say that that's pretty high up there. Now, Orb of Destruction comes out for the Lycan. That's a biggin.
She's 22nd overall.
All right. That's...
Seems kind of low for such a nice-looking taunt.
Sunsfan just hates rainbows.
That might be it. Although I don't think there's anyone in this game that ranked higher. Oh, actually, Spearbreaker's 11th. There you go.
Is that the one where he jumps around and makes the donkey noise?
But yeah, the bull noise. That one's pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's... I'm pretty partial to the Tide backstroke myself.
That could easily be number one. Just, it's so classic, too, you know? So many good pro moments. Definitely is the most pro moments of any taunt.
Spirit Breaker. I think they've got the damage. Just Lycan hits hard, but now he's rooted up. No BKB. The Wolf will get put down. Miracle and Yokum for KYXY.
And he bought out on the Lycan, too. Just bought his BKB.
Is that a game
Hoping
ender?
that the lanes are pushed. Not quite. I think with Roche up, they're probably going to play a little bit passive. At least with the Roche possibility, that is. They're going to play like a little more passive. Although I say that, and now Polison's probably dead. Oh, that pushback.
Duel from the LC. Do they have the damage here? Not going to be a victory. Of course, Greaves also out on Hustler. This is all just space created because down bottom, Drew is working on the tower.
Oh, sniped him. Polson was going for the fountain. He got hit by the ice blasts were coming through. The goops were going. Took him down.
Buyback. RR maybe thinking if this Lycan hasn't bought back yet, he's not going to. Drew comes in, pressure on the melee barracks, gets blinded, but...
This is 2 heroes, by the way.
Yeah, looks like the others are in the jungle. That's cool.
Really abusing the fact they know there's no duel, but now it's up.
And the Lincolns. I think that Lincoln's buff.
That Ember could have been so dead there if they knew.
Well, 24K net worth, 35 minutes. It is feeling good for RR. Nuts. Well, he's going to be in some trouble.
Dota Plus has called it. They're giving the big fat goose egg percent.
Damn.
As the Snapfire eggs comes out.
Damn.
Dota Plus has become more sure of itself. It starts throwing out the 0% now.
That's pretty cool. I like it when a robot takes a hard line. Well, technically, if this happens, no, we've just that was a rounding error. 0%. Tier 3 down.
Well, I guess we can just quit, though. Should we just turn off the stream? You guys want to wait screen if it's 0%? that where we're at? Do we just
I mean,
let it go? Should someone notify the players?
I mean,
We should probably tell them they're playing for no reason.
they don't even have like crazy streaks, do they? It's 10-1 on the Troll. The Ember's 8-2.
Come on, this Roche.
All right, they go in onto the
Oh,
DP. Ignis comes out. Yokum, he might be the first one to fall. Ignis buying him a little bit of space. In Your Dream getting absolutely melted right now. Pops his BKB. They trade Nuts for Forev. Quick buyback on Nuts. And In Your Dream just not able to sustain, and that's it. The GGs get called. They try to make it happen to Rush. They even got buybacks, but they know it's just too much. The double Battle Furies certainly pay off.
Yeah. But they got the Aegis kill, so, dignity kill at the end there to take down Roche. But they did not find the big pressure that they were hoping for, I think, with this lineup. And the space of those Battle Furies, as you said, and then it just kind of fell over at that point.
I can't help but feel like the two Battle Furies shouldn't have worked as well as it did. Like, I think there's an alternate reality where you have this same game and T1 just plays way more aggressive instead of prioritizing the Lycan jungle farm, and you can actually make them hurt and punish the fact that they went, like, two Battle Furies is so fucking greedy in the current meta. 15 minutes, two of your cores are like, guys, hang on.
I think the problem is that they didn't really have the best super push lineup, because they have heroes that still want some of these earlier items like Legion, and then they don't really have the best jump initiation at a tower. The only initiation they would have had at towers is just like casting Exorcism and standing there. But the Death Prophet's behind because it's a side lane Death Prophet, not a mid lane Death Prophet, so you're not getting the levels quite as fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you just get into this awkward state. Like, she was behind the Lycan in levels the entire game.
It was
and that's gonna make it hard to push the tempo.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. And some of that was because the lanes were so wonky. They didn't have the Keeper of the Light LC combo that we were thinking of. And then DP ended up taking the place of the mid while Lycan jungled, which seemed efficient at the time, but it never really allowed the DP to pick up much momentum. But
it's funny because you look at this and you would think that there was this crazy amount of aggression or something from the side of Reality Rift, but not really. They just kind of played passive. KYXY had some good tactical feeds, I would say. Died 7 times, but a lot of his deaths, as you said, that one where there were just 5 guys chasing him, it kind of felt like a joke at the time, but in hindsight, they were just farming 2 Battle Furies.
Yeah,
it was actually completely fine.
That is space created. Troll really wasn't pressured much this game. It was like a completely different Drew. 10-1 and 10, got the big items. Troll felt unkillable. So we're going to an ace match, though, so that's exciting.
Hey. Yeah.
I can update that overlay at some point. Trent coming to us from the Deep Dark Dungeon in Halifax.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I don't have my light turned on. I didn't know you were going back to cams.
Yep.
How dare you.
Game 4 of the night. The
I can put
curveball, the cam after game. I know.
There. How's that? There's my desk.
Ooh, that's
lamp.
mood
I'm
lighting.
not getting up.
I like that.
Yeah, it's moody.
Trent packs from the dungeon. Okay. Well, we're going to take a break, and then Game 3, the conclusion of this series, T1 Reality Rift. Stick around. I want to see who wins. I know you do too.